Starts now.
Good evening, I'm Justin Betty. Every day for the last 7+ months now, we've been giving you at least a quick recap of the number of new COVID-19 cases and deaths in Wisconsin. Lately, we very seldom lead with the numbers in our newscast because, frankly, we're as sick of talking about them as you are hearing about them. But today we are making an exception because the Wisconsin Department of Health Services reports 5,262 new cases today in Wisconsin. That's our first time above 5,000. Over the last week, we're now averaging just shy of 4,000 new cases. As recently as 1 month ago, we were averaging just over 2,000 new cases. And just 2 months ago, we were averaging less than 900 per day. However, the number of tests being conducted has only risen a little over that same time. They're the gray bars on this chart. The percent of people tested coming back positive now up over 25% for the week. Now, while the number of cases has risen, the percent of people dying from COVID-19 has fallen in Wisconsin, thanks in part to doctors learning more about how to treat the virus and the fact that more younger people are catching it, who have a better chance of survival. Here in Wisconsin, in fact, we have one of the lowest death rates for those who test positive in the nation, now just under 1%. That said, more people are dying right now here in Wisconsin than at any other point in the pandemic. DHS reports 64 new deaths today, which is by far a new record high. We're now averaging 31 new deaths per day. Over the last week, we had been, as you see, in single digits for most of the pandemic. Without getting into the very specific numbers, most our local counties reported 1 or 2 new deaths today. Now, none of this is considered a commentary on whether we think people should be mandated to wear a mask or whether lawmakers should do what they should be doing to ease the financial burden of COVID-19. But today, Governor Evers did hold a news briefing where he urged folks in Wisconsin to stay home when possible and limit their interactions with others to help stop the spread.
Well, it took us a little over 7 months to reach our first 100,000 cases. It took us just a fraction of that time to reach our second 100,000. This time it only took 36 days.
The governor said public health is a team sport requiring everyone to do their part. We'll hear from a Northwoods health official about her concerns for the pandemic a bit later. But first, it's time for our first check of the weather. It was a very chilly start to the day. Jeff, how are things looking now?
Hey, Justin. Many of us reached for freezing today, and many of us stopped just short with highs near 31 in Rhinelander, 32 for Tomahawk. So you get what's going on here, right? A very cool day for us today. The average high is still 49. Nobody did that today. All right, so outside right now, it's not too awful. 28 in Rhinelander, 29 for Antigo, 30 for Wapaka. We'll have low temperatures tonight, unlike last night, because we have lots of clouds in the area tonight, and you might even see a couple snow flurries out there. This is not really a big deal at all, but it is overachieving a bit. The big picture here, though, keeps the clouds around tonight. That'll keep temperatures up this evening, and then tomorrow, we're making a run for the low 40s across pretty much the entire area. Your forecast tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy skies and cool but not cold. Low temperatures down to 25. Your full forecast is coming up. Justin?
All right, thanks, Jeff. A Portage County man has died after law enforcement says he was hit by a vehicle on purpose in the town of Amherst. Portage County Sheriff's Office says 76-year-old Daniel Sullivan was hit by his son, 44-year-old Daniel Sullivan Jr. The younger Sullivan is now in custody on recommended charges of first-degree intentional homicide. He's expected to appear in court tomorrow. We're now just 1 week until the November 3rd election. Tomorrow, Vice President Mike Pence will be in central Wisconsin giving a speech at Central Wisconsin Airport in Mosinee. Doors open at 1. The rally set to start at 3. Anyone interested is required to register ahead of time for that event on the event's website. Meanwhile, today, President Trump paid a visit to the La Crosse area for a rally at the fairgrounds in West Salem. Joe Biden set to visit Wisconsin on Friday, though his team still has not announced exactly where. Meanwhile, Newswatch 12's Zach White continues our preview series of some of the big local races this year with a look at the 85th Assembly District race. Zach?
Justin, Jeff Johnson was recently re-elected to the Marathon County Board, but again steps up to the plate to challenge Pat Snyder for the district seat. Now, after failing to win the primary election for the same seat in 2012, Representative Pat Snyder assumed office in 2017 and is now running for re-election.
A recently re-elected Marathon County Board member plans to run for Assembly.
challenging current incumbent Republican State Rep Patrick Snyder. Jeff Johnson represents the county's 6th district, which covers the northeast side of Wausau. As an incumbent, he won re-election to the board in the spring, beating challenger Jack Hogendijk with 53% of the vote. Snyder currently holds the 85th Assembly District seat and has been in office since 2017 over Democrat Mandy Wright. Snyder then beat Democratic challenger Allison Lehigh, also a Marathon County board member, in 2018. The 85th Assembly District covers southeastern Marathon County and includes most of Wausau, Schofield, Rothschild, Hatley, and Ringel. It does not include Rib Mountain or most of Weston. Newswatch 12 sat down with each candidate and asked them a series of questions, and here's what they had to say. What makes you the more qualified candidate?
Given my background, I've worked with a lot of different folks in a lot of different jobs. In fact, I've pretty much worked in every sector of the economy there is, with the exception of finance and banking.
My record and what I have done so far in 2 sessions, I have the groundwork laid and will continue to work on several issues that I think are important for the 85th as well as the state.
What distinguishes you from your opponent?
I'm not partisan, really. I don't have a strong ideology. I'm pretty much driven by common sense. If something's going to work, I'll support it. I really don't care about the R's and the D's.
The one thing that has been said when people meet with me or reach out to me is how available I am, and also how I listen to what the needs are that the people present to me.
Why have you chosen to run or rerun for the seat?
I've always had an interest in it. I think the state government actually has a greater impact on people's daily lives than the federal government does. And I just think we can do it better. We deserve better.
There's things I want to work on, especially when it comes, I'm chairman of the Children's and Families Committee. And I do think we need to make an impact early in a child's life, help strengthen families that might be in need of resources or, from child care to health care to things to that nature.
What will your immediate task be if elected?
Convince enough people to accept the Medicaid money from the federal government. Every year we turn down more than $200 million of our own tax dollars. And all we have to do is say yes. All we have to do is say, yes, we want the money, and it comes.
Need to work on is economic recovery from COVID. We've got to make sure that we are able to get businesses the help they need in order to bounce back from this. We have to make sure that hospitals have everything they need to hopefully finish off this COVID pandemic.
And for more information about each candidate, you can visit our website at wjfw.com. Justin.
Thanks, Zach. Oneida County is now officially home to its first national cemetery. We'll give you a look and hear from the family of one of the first veterans buried there. But first, Jeff Simmons, your full forecast, next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
While America's cities burned, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris fanned the flames, refusing to strongly condemn violence, supporting bail funds that help let rioters, looters, and dangerous criminals out of jail.
Joe Biden's silence speaks loudly. He doesn't have our backs.
In Joe Biden's America, we'll all be in danger.
President Trump will keep America safe.
If you support the police, support Donald Trump.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopco Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see.
Right now, get 40% off lenses with the purchase of any frames.
Patrick Teston serves and protects the special interests in Madison. After taking thousands from insurance companies, Teston protected their profits, blocking protections for people with pre-existing conditions and voting to charge them more. But Paul Petruski will serve and protect us like he always has. Paul will work to get healthcare and drug costs under control, and he'll pass a law to guarantee coverage for pre-existing conditions. Paul Petruski, standing up for us.
Menards is here to help you take on your next project. We carry a great selection of power tools in stock, including brands like Bosch and Works Tools. Save on drills for jobs around the house, or pick up a handsaw and tackle a bigger project. Simplify your life with the right tools. Check out our great selection of power tools and get 11% off all of it now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Well, this time of year, the cold air typically wins, but this is what you call an overachieving cold front. It is below freezing in parts of northern Mexico right now, with snow and ice falling in Oklahoma into Missouri today. Yeah, it's all kind of messed up currently, but we do have some warmer temperatures on the way after we did this morning. A low of 9, a record-breaking low in Rhinelander, 6 in Tomahawk, 10 in Merrill, 25 for Shawano. So this was cold. We will not do this again tonight as we have warmer temperatures on the way. The average is still 49. We are still in late October, as you know. Record high being 73. Sunset at 5:51. That will change drastically here in a few days with a time change on Sunday. All right, so here we go. Out there right now, it's 28 still in Rhinelander, 29 for Antigo, 30 for Merrill. So these are not going to drop very quickly tonight because we have lots of cloud covering placed across the area now. That will linger into tomorrow morning too. All right, here's that trend. So tomorrow we're going to go for low 40s. That'll feel nice, right? 36 though back in the forecast on Thursday, followed by another 40 or 2 on Saturday. We could go for upper 40s on Halloween, followed by a cool down, followed by up again. So up and down, kind of the story of the fall, right? With the average high being 49. We'll be above that maybe getting into next week, but it's still many days away. Remember, next Tuesday is actually election day. All right, so the wind speeds out there now. This was a bit of a problem today because we had air temperatures in the 30s or near 30 with the wind out of the southwest gusting near 25. That gave us feel like temperatures on your face around 25 degrees all day long today. That felt a bit cool. All right, looking outside now, there's some cloud cover, and this is kind of false returns though. There is some precipitation leaving the clouds, but it's not making it to the ground due to high pressure at the surface. So you might see a flurry or 2. That won't be a big deal at all tonight. The bigger story though, this will keep the temperatures up tonight in the mid-20s. And really across the country, the thing going on is the storm track has shifted south. So here we are in parts of the Ohio Valley, back in Oklahoma into Texas. That's where it is now. For us, that will leave us high and dry for at least the next 5 to 7 days around here. So here's that storm track now across the Midwest and across the South. For us, though, high pressure is currently in charge, and that will stay with us pretty much into the weekend and beyond. There is no rain or snow in the forecast for the next 7 days around here. That cannot be said, though, further south here in the Gulf of Mexico, our next tropical system. And you can see this is going to make landfall most likely in parts of Louisiana. They've been battered so badly this season as a hurricane with 100-mile-per-hour winds, most likely maybe Friday into Saturday, heading up that way. All right, for us, though, not so bad, right? Mostly cloudy skies and breezy. Low temperatures down near 25, so we can handle that with a southwest wind that could gust near 20 overnight. For tomorrow, all right, so partly cloudy, that's going to feel nice. Highs near 42, better, right? But we still have that southwest wind tomorrow, 10 to 20. It'll be less windy than today. And then looking ahead here, 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows our dry stretch continues. There's Halloween on Saturday, high of 47. Time change Sunday, 38, followed by Election Day on Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, and a high of 48. Justin?
Thanks, Jeff. We know Halloween is right around the corner and Election Day, but Veterans Day is also only about 2 weeks away, and Oneida County is now home to its first national cemetery to honor veterans. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson gives us a look at the Northwoods National Cemetery in Harshaw.
It's been 3 years in the making, and it's finally here, the Northwoods National Cemetery for Veterans.
Finally open for the public, and I know they're very excited. I'm excited to serve the community here.
Construction of the cemetery started in 2017. The cemetery was specifically placed here in the Northwoods because veterans didn't have any nearby cemetery. Now there's room for 900 spaces to honor those who served.
Oh, it's so important, especially to the locals in this this area, and that's why this is here. It's a rural initiative from the National Cemetery Administration.
The closest veteran cemetery is over 100 miles away. Yesterday was the first 2 burials at the cemetery, 1 casket and 1 cremation.
Both of the families, they're happy to get their loved ones buried today.
Dave Jonassy was the first person to schedule a burial at the cemetery.
It made me feel great that we're finally going to get it done, and the fact that first day and it's taken care of now.
His father served from 1960 to 64 in the U.S. Marine Corps. He arrived home and lived with his wife in the Northwoods until his unexpected passing in October 2018.
Finally closure. Been over 2 years, so happy.
Jonassy was glad his mom could be included in the memorable experience.
For her to be able to partake in this and to see my dad finally laid to rest is an incredible experience.
Jonassy wants veterans to take advantage of this gift to them.
I think veterans should use this facility. It's a beautiful facility. They've earned it. This is for them.
That's Morgan Johnson reporting. After a big win in Week 1, things have suddenly gone a bit more complicated for the Wisconsin Badgers football team. We'll have the latest on their COVID-19 issues and how it could affect the team going forward after the break.
He coddled the communists, sided with socialists. Now, Joe Biden is lying. He will raise taxes on the middle class, and his liberal agenda will cost millions of jobs. Because he's a career politician, past his prime, too weak to rebuild our nation. But we won't let him. We will build a better future with courage, with strength, because we are America, and Donald Trump is our president. America First Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 News team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the Northwoods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
Online auction, Rhinelander, Wisconsin, selling all contents of $1 million home. Expensive furniture, life-size hodag, zero-turn mower, guns, tools, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions.
I created Teeter so people could live healthier, more active lives. I know what it's like to have back pain. When I found Inversion, it changed my life forever, and I believe it can change yours. In just a few minutes a day in your own home to help relieve back pain, relieve stress, improve posture, rejuvenate joint health, and build core strength.
The Teeter offers natural relief from back pain, targeting the source of the ache by relaxing tense muscles and providing decompression that can help realign the spine, restore nutrients to the discs, and reduce painful nerve pressure.
Medical research studies have shown the benefits of Inversion, and over 3 million people have put their trust in Teeter to feel better, move better, and live better. I'm in my 80s, and I feel great.
Now you can try the Teeter Fit Spine for 30 days for just $14.95, and we'll ship it to you for free. Call now.
Coming up on your Wednesday, we'll learn about some creative Halloween costume ideas from Goodwill.
And we have a very calm forecast in store. No rain or snow chances in store at all for the next several days. More when you tune in coming up on your Wednesday.
Sports Watch 12 with Andrew Goldstein.
Well, that didn't take long. We waited months for Big Ten football to return. It finally happened, and now it looks like it may go right back into hibernation for the Wisconsin Badgers. According to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, UW's test positivity rate is close to the 5% threshold that would force the team to stop both practice and competition for a minimum of 7 days. The Badgers are scheduled to take on Nebraska this Saturday, but the game is in question. If it were to be canceled, it would be ruled as no contest, not a forfeit. It's still on the schedule for now, but Wisconsin will not have any of their top 3 quarterbacks available. Jack Cohn is recovering from foot surgery. Graham Mertz and Chase Wolf have tested positive for COVID. While high school volleyball teams duke it out in the sectional semifinals on Thursday, the Prentice Buccaneers can take some me time if they want to. As the number 1 seed in a sectional with only 3 teams, the Bucs earned a bye until the sectional finals on Saturday. They'll face the winner of Three Lakes and Marshfield Columbus for a trip to state. The Bucs had a lot of returning talent this year, including outside hitter Olivia Burkaw. She led the Buccaneers in kills last season, and it seems that she's picking up right where she left off.
Well, she's developed one heck of a line shot, which she didn't have before, and I think she had 11 kills in a row to start out our match last Saturday.
By the way, this Prentice team has not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 pairs of sisters on the squad. They all might have a picture with a sectional trophy by this time next week. Here are the other local teams with sectional dreams. You heard us talk a little bit about Three Lakes and Columbus Catholic. The Jays are coming off their first regional title in more than 30 years. DC Everest has beaten Merrill twice this year. The Evergreens will need to make it 3 to continue their season. Mosinee also playing, but they will be on the road against Bloomer. All these games are Thursday. But Mosanee's soccer team will get to enjoy some home cooking. They'll play West Salem at 4 on Thursday. 2 other Great Northern Conference teams are still kicking as well. Medford travels to Rhinelander. Those 2 teams split their regular season series, and then outside the GNC, Wausau West will take a swing at Baraboo. Just last week, the Stratford football team had to reschedule its game due to COVID cases on the opposing team. This week, they had to cancel. The Tigers announced that they will not be playing their next 2 games. Stratford Athletic Director Travis Grubbs told WJFW, quote, "We are following the direction of Marathon County to quarantine our football team," end quote. He did not explicitly say that it was due to COVID. Stratford's Twitter account said they plan to be ready for the playoffs after a 2-week hiatus. Now, you may not recognize the person in the middle of this picture if you're not a mixed martial arts fan. If you are, he may be the most consequential figure in all of sports, and he was in the Northwoods tonight. UFC Hall of Famer Royce Gracie came to Leadership Academy Martial Arts in Woodruff for a seminar. We were not allowed in because of COVID capacity restrictions. The videos and photos you see are mostly from Gracie's last visit before the pandemic. I did get the chance to catch up with him, though, and he shared the secret to success for young kids that want to get into jiu-jitsu.
A lot of people, they stop, but then they quit. So like everything else, you got to be persistent. You got to have discipline to keep practicing.
Royce is part of the legendary Gracie family, which is credited with introducing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to the United States. Not something you'd ever want to get in the ring against, huh, Justin?
No, Andrew, thank you. After the break, we're going to talk a bit about COVID-19 and the holidays, including what local health officials say are good ideas to celebrate safely this year, including this weekend for Halloween. That's next.
Democrats enabled riots across America, even in small towns.
Protest, so we just have officers that can only monitor. They can't do anything about it, but officers can do to get them
out of here, okay?
Ma'am, are they actually sitting on or standing on
They're on my car. And I got a little girl in the car crying. Are you kidding me? This is insane.
Let the police do their jobs. On November 3rd, vote Trump. Restoration PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Betty and Debbie both need to trim their dog's nails, but Betty's dog hates having his nails trimmed, so she struggles every time. And her regular clippers pinch and cut quick. But Debbie's dog doesn't mind it at all because she's found a simple and pain-free solution. Introducing Paw Perfect, the new safe, quick, and easy way to keep your dog's nails trimmed perfectly. Paw Perfect uses a rotary filing action, just like the pros do, to gently file the nail to a perfectly smooth finish. Plus, our 3 safety guides are each sized to prevent you from ever grinding the nail down too far, giving you precise, pain-free trimming right at home. That's why now Betty does what Debbie does and trims her pet's nails the safe, quick, and pain-free way with Paw Perfect.
As a veterinarian, I can tell you most people do not know how to cut their pet's nails. With Paw Perfect, it's not only easier, but it's much safer for the pet.
The rubberized grip makes it easy to control. There's even a built-in light for mistake-proof grooming. With Paw Perfect, there's no more rough nails scratching your floors, no more scratches on you, and your pet is happier too.
As a professional groomer, my clients rely on me to trim their pet's nails perfectly. That's why I use Paw Perfect. It's quick, it's safe, it's easy, and you can use it right at home.
Paw Perfect replaces old-fashioned, painful clippers like these and makes nail grooming safe and easy for just $19.99. That's less than one trip to the groomer. Plus, we'll even give you free shipping and a lifetime guarantee. Order right now and you can get a second Paw Perfect. Just pay a separate fee. Yes, you get it all for this special low price of just $19.99.
To get your Paw Perfect, call 1-800-671-5738. That's 1-800-671-5738 or visit us online at trypawperfect.com. That's 1-800-671-5738 or visit us online at trypawperfect.com. Call or log on now.
As the COVID-19 pandemic continues, we've heard a lot of questions from you at home about how to best handle different situations in life, including Halloween this year. Newswatch 12's Rachel Eiler spoke to an Oneida County health official today to try to answer some of those questions.
Well, for the past few months, we've seen a surge in COVID cases here in Oneida County. Of those active cases, though, there has been a slight decrease with almost 200 people released from isolation this past weekend. Now, across the state, there is still a surge averaging almost 4,000 new cases a week. And joining me now to answer some of your most asked questions is Oneida County Health Department Director Linda Conlon. Linda, thank you so much again for joining me today.
You're welcome.
So I want to begin with the upcoming holiday season. I understand there are a few advisories out right now for Halloween, but following that, we are headed full into holiday mode. So what are we expecting to see, especially with Halloween, since kids are so susceptible to the virus?
The lowest risk activities for Halloween would be ideas such as hiding Halloween treats in and around your house. You could also do a Halloween scavenger hunt outside, where children are given a list of Halloween-themed things to look for while they're taking a walk and looking at decorations. How trick-or-treaters can stay safe, wear a mask, keep your hands clean, especially washing your hands before you start eating your candy, and staying 6 feet away from others who do not live with you. As far as our holiday gatherings, we will likely see the most impact after Thanksgiving and Christmas, when people are gathering indoors. And I would be remiss to leave out the holiday of hunting and the gathering of people in deer camps.
And so I want to bring up something that another county actually said at a press conference last week. Wausau Mayor Katie Rosenberg told reporters that even with all the mandates and all the efforts to stop the spread, Wausau itself lacks support on the legislative level. So I want to ask you if here in Oneida County, do we feel the same way, and what needs to happen politically at the legislation level from decision makers in order to make things start looking a little bit better for us?
I think first and foremost, the legislators really need to work together and come to an agreement to follow science and do what is best for their constituents and the community. We need a united message, we need it consistent, and we need to be upfront with everybody. I think what has been happening with the missed messages, disinformation, and the legislators not coming to an agreement, we're seeing issues at the local level because people are all over the board and they don't know what advice to follow.
Linda Conlon, thank you so much again for joining us. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Rachel. We're back with one final look at your forecast after this break.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River. At WJFW, our News Watch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the Northwoods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. NBC News Watch 12, news from where you live.
Huge auction, Rhinelander, Wisconsin, November 1st. Trucks, tractors, snowmobiles, ATV, tools, guns, taxidermy, flatbed trailer, home contents, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
It could be you, could be your neighbor. Nearly half of us have a pre-existing condition. And right now, most have insurance. But Derek Van Orden called the Affordable Care Act a disaster. The plan he supports would allow insurance companies to deny coverage for people with pre-existing conditions and charge people over 50 thousands of dollars more. Van Orden's plan is simple. Don't get sick. Derek Van Orden doesn't care about us. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Have you written a book? You can become a published author with Dorrance Publishing, the nation's oldest publishing services company. Our professional team will edit your text, design your book pages, and create an appealing, eye-catching custom cover. Plus, our authors benefit from a custom book promotion marketing campaign that makes your book available where people buy books, like Amazon and brick-and-mortar bookstores. So make this free call right now to claim your free author's guide to publishing. Call right now.
What if you could push a button and lower your mortgage payment hundreds of dollars? You can. The button's on your phone. Call Zoom Refi. Slash your mortgage payments. Take cash out. Zoom Refi mortgage rates are super low. Closing costs are super low. And Zoom, we approve you right over the phone. No big mortgage payments. No high closing costs. No income check loans available. So no reason not to call Zoom Refi. 888-272-8630. Mortgage rates have dropped 25%. Maybe you should drop everything and call Zoom Refi. Slash your mortgage payments, take cash out, and save maybe hundreds of dollars every month. Zoom Refi mortgage rates are super low. Closing costs are super low. And Zoom, we approve you right over the phone, even for no income check loans. Big drop in mortgage rates. Big opportunity for you to save money. Call Zoom Refi today. 888-272-8630.
Hi, I'm Jenna with Miracle Ear of Park Falls and Medford. If you are struggling to hear your favorite news and entertainment shows, come and see me for your free hearing test.
Jeff, still cool out there, but not nearly as cold as it was this morning.
Whew, that was cool this morning. Record low temperature of 9. We'll do about 25 for a low tonight, which is not half as bad, right?
We're not alone, though.
No. The entire really Midwest, like I said earlier, it's in Mexico right now. It's below freezing.
In October.
In October. So yeah, here we go. Let's go outside and show you temperatures. And this is where we kind of should be this time of year, hanging out in the near 30 across the area. And it's not going to drop much from where we are now across the entire area because we have some cloud cover moving in. Now, it looks like there should be some snow on here, but you may see a flurry. That's going to be a rogue flurry at best. This will be mostly cloud cover tonight. That will help to keep temperatures up. So we're not going to see record low temperatures of 9 like we did last night. We'll see lows near 25 like we will tonight. All right, but here's the 7-day. There's a lot going on here. So first off, a dry stretch continues. There's no rain or snow in the forecast anytime soon. Up and down temperatures from 30s to upper 40s. There's really looking at Halloween, 47, time change on Sunday. And it looks like next week, especially Tuesday, maybe 48 and partly cloudy for Election Day.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a great night.